Happy Thursday, Sooner Nation. Welcome back to the Sooner Surge podcast that tells it like it is. Jackson and I here to break down the Getterman Classic that's coming up this weekend in Waco, Texas. Before we get started on that, make sure you're subscribed to our channel here on the YouTube channel. Make sure you like and comment on our videos and check out the Fan Stop at thefanstop.com. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Use code SURGE, get 10% off your first 3 months, and you do that by February 20th, which is right around the corner, just a few days. You'll get the St. Patty's Day, green St. Patty Day OU special shirt sent to your mailbox. So make sure you do that. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. OU going to Waco, Texas, Jackson, for the Getterman Classic. They're going to face Hofstra at noon on Saturday, followed by Baylor, doubleheader on Saturday. And then you turn around Sunday, do the same thing again, doubleheader. Hofstra has yet to play this season, so it'll be their first test, and it's a big test facing the Sooners. And then you have Baylor, their former Big 12 foe of the Sooners. Should be fun in Waco. There are a lot of people who have picked maybe that this is a game that OU kind of skips up on and loses one early. We will find out. I can't wait for it. I think OU is going to play great in the Getterman Classic. I'm interested to see what Patty Gasso does with lineups, with pitching. I think you're going to get a lot of similarities of what happened on the West Coast swing, Jackson.
Yeah, Jeremy, talk about it. This is a great competition for Oklahoma in which they're facing Hofstra, who is yet to play yet. There's no film on them, so Oklahoma, they'll be playing a brand new team. They probably don't really know what to really expect from this team, how they're going to get attacked by Hofstra. Then they're playing number 23 ranked in the country, the Baylor Bears, Jeremy. So great competition early. And I think something for Oklahoma is that we know 2 years ago, whenever they were ranked number 1, they lost to Baylor. And a lot of people are going to think because Oklahoma, they're young, they're playing a ranked team, they might lose. When I think that Oklahoma, Jeremy, you talked about it, I think they're going to come in and play extremely well. And something that Baylor's done very, very good in all their games, although they've lost 2 and won 3 so far, is they've been able to score runs. And arguably the strength for Oklahoma has been their pitching. So something's got to give there, right? You would think. So whenever it's for Oklahoma, I expect them to come out and prove why their arms are some of the best as a unit in college softball, if not the best whole well-rounded unit in softball. And I think Oklahoma, and it's all going to start, in my opinion, with Audrey Lowry. I think this is another chance for her to make her name known more. The last true freshman that dominated Oklahoma was Jordy Ball. She's one of the best players off softball. Now it's Audrey Lowry, chance to carry that baton in a sense as a true freshman and dominate, which I think she's going to prove maybe to more of the nation with them playing a ranked team who Audrey Lowry is.
Well, and Bella Smith, guy, I mean, we can't forget what Bella Smith did with the perfect game. And Sam Landry's been great. The 2 transfers, Bella Smith and Sam Landry. I expect you'll see those 3 mostly. And Kirsten Deal was phenomenal. Kirsten Deal was phenomenal her last time out. So you got that 4-piece there on the pitching side, and Monticello will be in probably spots as well. But it's going to be a tough test, a tougher test. You had San Diego State, who's favored to win the Mountain West, a little bit of a test, as well as Long Beach the other night. But I think the sticks of Baylor and the home crowd that they're going to have there in Waco, it's going to provide a tough test for the pitching staff of Oklahoma. I think Roach is going to have them prepared film-wise and things like that on what these hitters do. But on the offensive side of things, there are a couple of players, just in my opinion, that have not lived up to their billing hitting-wise yet. And this is not to say that they've been bad, because they have not been bad. But I think NellyMcEnroe-Marinas, okay, I expect a phenomenal weekend from her. She was good. She wasn't great at the plate, I didn't think, Jackson. I think she can be better, and I expect her to be. I think this is going to be a massive weekend for her. I do think Parker and Pickering are going to continue what they're going to do. You know what you're going to get with them. Sydney Barker lived more up to the billing than I thought when she was in. Gabby Garcia as well. So can they stay that consistent? And then you mentioned yesterday in the video we did about the recap was Sydney Sanders batting well over 300. Kind of shocking that she is based off some of those games, but she is. They really need her to have a good weekend this weekend.
Yeah, Jeremy, and I think Oklahoma offensively, they're going to need, like you said, to lean on some of their experience, whether that's an Ella Parker or Cassidy Pickering or a Sydney Sanders or an Abby Dayton Players like that who have played a ton of softball, but once again, it's going to have to be maybe an unsung hero in a game or two. We saw Tia Malloy have a huge hit in a game. Isabella Emmerling, she made several. So who's it going to be in this? That's something to watch for. Is I would not be shocked if Tia Malloy once again makes a big play. We've talked about it whenever we've previewed this season. Out of all the freshmen, she maybe has the highest ceiling as an offensive player. We know the background she has with her sisters and everything, Jeremy, but I think she to me is someone that I don't think you can keep off the field just how good of a pure softball player she is. She's someone that whether it's being in the DH spot to hit only or whether it's to be out in the field, whatever she's got to do to be on the field, you need to get a player like that on the field, especially being so talented, is so young. And two, I think that Ella Parker, she's just going to do what Ella Parker does. I think that's something we're going to say all year. Last year, it was kind of the same talk with Tiara Jennings. Tiara Jennings is going to do what Tiara Jennings does. She's going to be consistent at the plate. She's always going to step up, make the plays when it's needed. I think that's going to be kind of that role for Ella Parker this year. I'm not comparing her to Tiara Jennings because she is one of the greats to play the game in all softball. But I think that Ella Parker just when you need someone to make a hit or step up and make a play, I think Oklahoma is going to be able to count on Ella Parker to do that time in and time out.
Yeah, and the other thing to keep an eye on, I think, is OU was very, very aggressive on the base pads, with hit and run, squeeze play. Very, very aggressive. Patty Gasso did not back off, sent runners when it was very highly against the odds to send them. She did anyway. It bit them, but they weren't going to back off from the aggressive nature. I like that. It'll be interesting if they continue to do that.
Yeah, and two, I think that Oklahoma, just like we've talked about, with their inability to be consistent, something we talked about in the last video preview or talking about the season so far, Jeremy, is their inability to consistently drive in runs. Is Oklahoma, maybe them being more aggressive is going to be able to help them get a little bit more runs just because it's something they really didn't show they could do extremely well through the first 6 games of the season. But I think that's something that will improve as players get experience, as we said. But I don't care if it's going to hurt you at times. I love them being ultra aggressive on the base paths. It makes for an exciting brand of softball. If you're going to lose a game off being very aggressive or two, it probably is going to happen this year to Oklahoma. I would rather have them be that all year long than stop being who this Oklahoma softball team is and shown who they are going to be so far this year and continue to just do that, be disruptive by stealing bases, like you said, the hit and runs, the squeeze plays, be able to facilitate runs in easier ways instead of just having to rely on the long ball so much.
Getterman Classic. See if the Sooners can get it done. Improving to 10-0. The only way to get to double digits and wins is to sweep Hofstra and Baylor this weekend. I think most of the action on ESPN Plus. But thanks for watching this video. Hit a like before you leave this video. Comment about your thoughts about the Getterman Classic coming up in Waco, Texas. There you have it, Sooner fans. We'll catch you next time.